Money, 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 Mondays. Money. We're filming everything, all of the live vlogs, earlier now because winter is approaching. I've experimented with different filming techniques, and my favorite remains filming outside in natural light. So today's another gift from a friend. Thanks to that friend. This is probably my most anticipated series because you'll see shortly. We have a big package to unpackage. Where's the front here? Okay. Woo! Opening it. And the sticky end, which is relatively easy to unsticky. These are actually my favorite kind, where you can just unsticky everything easily. Ooh. Unless, of course, it happens to go jagged again, so then today we'll use this tool because it should give a clue as to why I'm so excited for this particular series. When she's a-blowin'. Why am I so excited? Why am I so excited? This is why. We have a whole series of animal prints, animal currency. And I'm gonna start right now. Ah. Whew. We've seen this type of packaging before. This is one pouch with several different notes according to the following theme of animals. This is a series that I've been looking forward to, and I think that much should be obvious to everybody who's followed the channel across my different series. In fact, I have a series dedicated specifically to my adventurous experiences with animals, both wild and habituated. Those videos are on what I call Fierce Fridays. So, just to set the scene, we have a postcard from Africa. With some African favorites, being the rhinoceros and giraffe. Ugh. Africa is characterized by these trees here, and the day is windy, so how are we gonna do this? Let me think this through. Today is windy, so I'm gonna have to be careful. That's why I'm actually facing a different direction than normal, because the wind, if I were facing the other direction, could easily blow things around. Now, I'm trying to think about whether I'm going to continue this way, because the wind is stronger than I'd otherwise like it to be. Yes, it's providing some good ASMR sound, binaural, but it's affecting my filming. Okay, the wind seems to have settled a little. Let's be very careful. Our first banknote is from a country I've yet to explore, a Pacific island known as Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is one of the few areas of the world which still has a very rare but still astonishing practice of cannibalism. A part of the reason why I'm pausing is because I'm waiting to assess the wind as I do this. See? Shit's going down, so I've got to be careful here. This is what I am, a wild boar. Dirty and free. This boar's a lot like me, because it pack rats. It's a hoarder. It's hoarding all manners of things. Shells, rocks, jewelry. I think depending on who you ask, the sacred tradition of cannibalism is either been completely outlawed, or it's so rare that it might as well be outlawed. As you can tell from the pristine condition of the notes, these are new, uncirculated bills. This is called adventure vlogging, where I vlog in adventurous circumstances such as windstorms. Ooh, Jesus. Do I consider myself as having been to this country of the Congo? No. Although by some objective measures, I technically have been. Congo borders Uganda. Actually, this is the different Congo. I stand corrected. Democratic Republic of Congo borders Uganda. So, I've not even technically been in Congo. Lions, they're one of my favorite animals. I saw many of them during my bush camping 4 months, 13 countries in Africa. That excluded both Congo and Democratic Republic of Congo. But the reason why I could technically consider Democratic Republic of Congo is because it borders Uganda at the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. And according to local lore, the borders between those two countries changes moment by moment in that impenetrable forest. That forest is the well-known one where one can gorilla trek, which is what I did. What's the difference between a safari and a trek? A safari is loosely when you're in a vehicle observing wild animals. A trek is when you're on foot trekking animals or walking towards animals. Obviously, lions as carnivores are harder to trek, but they can still come right up to safari vehicles, and they often did. I called these vlogs the Darwin Awards in reference to the animal content, but we've yet to actually come upon a country that Darwin surveyed. But could we be coming upon one now? Yes, we are. Darwin only surveyed Cape Verde or Cabo Verde in Africa, but he surveyed a lot of South America on the HMS Beagle. The Amazon rainforest in Brazil. Captured his fancy with its variety, infinite variety of flora, fauna, and other animals. I've actually retraced Darwin's southern South Africa journey from Valparaiso, Chile, down the Chilean Patagonian coast, through Drake's Passage, down to Antarctica, which is an addition above what Darwin did, back up through the Falkland Islands, Montevideo, and Buenos Aires, Argentina. That's the southern portion of Darwin's journey in South Africa. I mean, South America. Yes, Darwin also did visit Cape Town, South Africa. But he spent a significant portion of time and is probably best known for his work in northern South Africa, in Brazil's rainforests and the Galapagos Islands of Ecuador. This bill actually makes me sad, because while they're celebrating Brazil's wildlife, flora and fauna, now, because of the right-wing government of Bolsonaro, they've been clearing the Amazon rainforest at an alarming, depressing pace. Okay, we have another wind spell coming, so just wait a second as the wind blows by. As the wind blows, I can actually show some specimens of fall. This leaf used to be green, bright green, vital green, and now it's the color of fall. So leave it to me to make every vlog adventurous, even during these fucking pandemic times. We're gonna continue on to a weird South American country that very few people have even heard of. But I've been to this one. Suriname, an ex-Dutch colony. Suriname actually has the highest percentage of forest area in the world per total country mass, land mass. I did something different for Suriname. I basically utilized their local airline as a bird's eye forest tour, because their local airlines actually fly lower to the ground than big company commercial airlines. Ooh, hold it. The wind is blowing, and you can hear it behind me. Suriname is celebrating a long-billed bird that resembles a toucan. It might actually even be one or be a related species, genus. They're also apparently very good at the sport of swimming. Ooh. Yes, they've celebrated a couple of sporting figures on this bill already, so that must be something to this country. I spent too little time here. But still was able to live vlog it back when I was there. Those older live vlogs are on my Facebook. The good thing about the wind is that it gives me a heads up because I can hear it from a bit away. That means that I can also prepare and shield. We've featured several Venezuelan notes, from normal hyperinflation. Here now we have their animals, which is a very royal looking owl. Venezuela is home to Angel Falls, which is the falls that inspired the movie Up. Ooh. This is an island called Isla Margarita, part of Venezuela, that I considered touching on to include Venezuela as my explored countries. This is after the Venezuelan country collapsed and it became soft travel banned. Sometimes when you're in the area, you in interacting with local obtain intel on the ground that makes the situation different. So for example, while the country of Venezuela is travel banned, the island of Isla Margarita is largely segregated from the problems of mainland Venezuela, and people travel there as an island tropical destination. That was as of 2017. Whether things have devolved further or destabilized on Isla Margarita, you'll have to check yourself. This pandemic has shown that world adventure travel can change at the drop of a hat. And that's actually been something that's always been true, but maybe people never really considered it because, as I explained before, we've just gone through, pre-pandemic, probably the best 8 to 10 years of traveling ever. So it is what it is sometimes. This is an interesting polymer note that I think I can feel despite wearing gloves. From India, we have some deer-like, antelope-like animals. This is interesting to feel the polymer notes because the Canadian government has released several generations of polymer notes by now. I wonder though if polymer notes are as durable as people think. Of course they're better than paper, but are they, for example, water resistant? Of course, with cash, you never really want to try or risk that. Do I want to do one more? Can I fit in one more? We'll leave it be. We'll leave the animal collection. We also have this second collection of real world money. It might actually be a duplicate of a collection that I've already explained, but I'll have to find out in detail after opening it. If so, I'll show them again, just with different stories, or maybe even the same stories, depending on how good my memory is. That'll be all from Professor Charles Darwin today. I've been asked before whether I intentionally am following Charles Darwin around the world. I'm actually just doing what feels good and right to me. Mostly it's following the deals. So, the only goal that I've ever had that's travel related is exploring all 7 continents with my mom and brother. I achieved that between 2013 and 2015. So my one and only ever travel goal has been fully realized. All the rest are just really based on having an open mind and an open heart to go wherever the opportunities have led me. Mostly, it's been my cheapness because the deals come up where they go, and especially when you first start traveling, everything's new, so you might as well go.